they take no prisoners, because they are prisoners. At the Orange County Correctional Facility, Light, they're the ruling gang in this 4-star hellhole, and the real Asian prison housewives of the Orange County white-collar prison system.
We are a gang. We stick together. Although right now, one of our members is a real B-word. We're getting ready to do something about it.
She come in and quickly become leader. And we get so sick of her bossy behavior. And now she got to go.
In civilian life, we just go blew out. But here, she's gonna end up on the wrong end of a movie. Unquote.
Ignore them. Their bark is louder than the dogs they eat back home. And I got news for them. Anyone who comes after me is going to be one unfortunate cookie. I need a pun.
Now the story of a family whose future was abruptly canceled. The one mother who had no choice but to keep herself together. It's Lucille's Arrested Development.
She haven't had one yet, right?
Years before, her behavior had become bossy with the Jade Dragon Triad. Lucille was fleeing the SEC.
Full steam, boys!
When she got a call.
Hello, Lucille. I still hope you're coming to our little get together.
You want to hear something funny? I never got an invitation, but I feel like I'm there because it's all over the news. Oh,
but I feel like I'm there.
Is that you? I'm on my deck waving to you. But with this police folks following you, I guess I'm waving goodbye.
You must be mistaken because I can't see you, and you're usually as hard to miss as Liberace wearing a fright wig.
Oh, goodness, that is you! I'm practically counting your crow's feet.
Well, maybe I should turn back and show you another bird. Hello. And he's supposed to be the good one. This does not bode well for tomorrow.
Actually, they'd claimed those things years earlier when she was having a sunspot checked. But she was right to worry about the turnout for the trial.
Does the defense have a witness they'd like to call? Any witness?
Please tell me you're working on a strategy for us.
Oh, just that. Well, we have Lucille Estero. She's the only one who showed. I don't think that is good for us.
Nonsense. She owns the company now. She's got as much to lose as I do. And she's a dear friend. I'll do it myself, so I need this to go well.
And so it was Lucille who did the questioning of her new star witness, Lucille too.
Thank you so much for coming to be my witness. You're such a large shareholder.
She's gonna get the last word, baby.
Oh, how could I not do it for my oldest friend?
My oldest friend.
Now I've gone and done a double.
I've got a double.
Like your pre-surgery chin.
Like
What do you suppose breakfast drink?
Double, baby.
Yeah, clinic. But anything to help that Keystone Cop family of yours.
Keystone Cops. Your references are as fresh as the wallpaper in the room with that pretend child you've had all these years. But my friend...
You're right, I shouldn't joke. None of your family showed up, you poor thing. This is such a black mark on all of you.
You should know about black marks. Your pillow must look like a Rorschach test. Not that there'd be anyone to see it. So, as I was saying...
Unfortunately, their 30-year passive-aggressive dance was losing some of its passive.
As if everybody in this room couldn't tell how jealous and conniving you are, my dear Lucille.
Well, what I knew was that you were stealing for years. We all did. That's why nobody was surprised when you stole that book.
And I knew you couldn't wait to get your liver-spotted claws into my company.
Says the woman whose liver can be spotted from outer space.
No further questions.
All they doing, going hard on each other, baby.
Oh, that's gotta be a treasure chest.
Do you think that went well?
I do. The judge kept Lucille on ice while she awaited the verdict.
Have you heard
anything? Well, our cashier's pregnant, and she's not married, so...
I mean about me.
Oh, you're guilty. 3 to 5.
Oh yeah, you good. You're in the icebox.
Lucille was checking into her new home.
Hello! Oh, Mrs. Bluth is here for stealing the Queen Mary.
It was one of the so-called country club prisons.
So, you are
are here.
that had become popular after the Enron debacle.
So you're going to take this
The
hallway
Enron
to the
move.
elevators, and then you're going to walk this door back. You sound like the end of a
Enron debacle.
Sparta commercial. Even the lifers get confused.
Even though it was a nice prison, it was still
The choice
prison.
of fresh scent, sport, or floral for your delousing. Also, if you're sexually assaulted by a girl, a $20 gratuity is appreciated. No, but press 7 on your phone if you go through the front desk. It'll take forever.
After Lucille got
Hey,
settled
this
in, she
is
received
a
a
nice
visit.
person.
You missed my trial, George. How could you?
I told you I was sorry. I was unconscious on the sweat lodge floor. I lost 2 days.
I'm losing 3 to 5 years. And those are the last years, George, the best years where you can have sex and not worry about getting pregnant.
All right, here's the good news. They only got you out stealing the book. They didn't even touch us on the financial stuff. You're gonna get out of here.
When? Better be before the money runs out. This place isn't cheap.
I know. And you are running up those spa bills.
The same girl who hands me towels does the cavity checks. You tip.
Barry says he can get your sentence reduced if
I'm sorry, why am I so fucking embarrassed?
I don't know
All
why
these
it's
to
years.
his rehab clinic.
That's the bitch that put me here. And I'm not going to fake having some sort of, alcohol problem just so that sterile cuckoo bird can laugh at me.
I figured, okay, I have another idea. No, you know China Garden?
I know the one by the harbor.
No, this one's a person and that one closed. China Garden's aunt, Olive, is very well connected with the Jade Triad gang. It's a prison gang here. And believe me, they will protect you.
That's a gang? I thought they were tech support.
It turned out they were a gang, and thanks to China Garden, Lucille was admitted as a probationary member.
You played Mahjong before?
Our beach club used to have a Jewish day.
Yeah, we're welcome.
I can't concentrate. Playing mahjong without cigarette is like playing video poker without cigarette.
Why are we not allowed to smoke in this stupid prison?
And that's when Lucille made her move.
I'm a loophole.
RuPaul?
It was a loophole that would get Lucille accepted as a full-fledged member of the Jade Dragon Triad.
You couldn't have chosen a harder word to say.
You could have chosen a harder word to say.
And soon the dragons were taking drags on their cigarettes again.
This is not doing it. It's not doing anything.
My husband is a very powerful man, Lucille Booth. Perhaps we can help each other get what we want.
And that's how Lucille found a deep-pocketed investor to help build the wall.
I got Olive Garden to offer us unlimited bread.
Olive Garden.
Who better than the Chinese to help us build a wall, right?
So, the Chinese will own a piece of the wall between the U.S. and Mexico?
They'll own all of it, but they'll make us very rich in the process. We just need to get Michael to sign a release.
He sold his shares, but he could still claim that he deserves a piece.
Or worse, find out and blow the whistle.
Where the hell did we go wrong with that kid?
Probably where we went wrong with the others. I don't know.
Probably where we went
like
wrong with all the
plan.
other
I
kids
just
that we have.
wonder if we're not in that treason-adjacent place where
Treason
the
adjacent.
Yes, well, it doesn't work that way. We have to have a series of sessions, and I have to swear and discuss
I
my
know, that's
professional
what
opinion that you have accepted and made every effort at
Nobody used
fully
to.
reflecting upon your weaknesses.
Yes, write down that I did that.
Well, no, I don't work that
You
way.
don't work anyway. This is your first paying job in 10 years.
Oh, no, this doesn't pay. That was part of a work release program. The state of
I'm
California
also
thinks that I'm a sex offender.
threatening to go.
Don't worry about what
I'm
the
a
state of
sex
California
offender.
thinks. The point is, we have a chance to be honest with ourselves.
Oh, sex offender.
You don't look heterosexual in that suit. You look as swishy as Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan
Swish.
Seacrest is straight.
And I'm 40. Sign the form.
Well, at least we have a dialogue going.
Dialogue.
Ryan Seacrest
If you don't
is
release me, you've heard the last I'm going to say to you in these sessions.
Fine, but you will have to sit with me for the full session. Every single session. Now, Lucille, I can't make you talk, but you know what I can do?
Wait.
Okay, I can't trick you into talking either.
This went on for several sessions.
Perhaps that's why they call this place a stare, idiot.
I stare at the.
No?
No? They ain't getting you? They ain't thinking you funny?
A stare. Fine. Well, if you're not going to talk, I'm just going to write this up.
Earlier that day, Tobias had encountered a plot problem with the Fantastic Four musical.
A villain.
I was thinking the same thing. I mean, why aren't the Fantastic Four fighting anyone?
Instead of just dancing around, you mean?
Right, it's like it's all sharks and no jets.
Then we would have a second act.
Lucille, right? I mean, that's their foe, Lucille and Bartis. Have you guys ever even read one of these things?
So Tobias was glad for the break in Lucille's session so that he could
really
work on
right.
it.
This woman is a villain.
You think I'm a villain too? My children are all waiting for me to die so they can divvy up my stuff. My Chinese gang mates were getting ready to noodle stab me. And even one of the guards called me Gangy, and he was talking about the monster movie. He thinks that horrible monster looks like me. So fine, you want to call me a villain, I accept it. I'm your villain.
Actually, I was writing down a casting breakdown for the role of Lucille from my Fantastic Four musical.
This was all about your stupid play? I was about to cry for the first time in 60 years. I remember when the last time was, too. I hid under Mama's porch during a thunderstorm. I found the remains of my husband.
It's not a stupid play. It's a musical.
She was about to have a breakthrough, babe.
You on a boat at Cinco.
It's on a boat.
Take to the sea! Yes, I'll sign everyone out for the night. But I guess I'll have to play the old sea bitch myself.
I'm in.
Really? Well, that's wonderful. Oh, I think we have made a breakthrough today. In the musical, not you. Oh, God, no, there's miles of work to do with you.
But of course he would make her audition. So Lucille wrote a song from the
My
heart.
children despise me, my husband defies me. It doesn't surprise me, the hell with them all. I've put up a wall. You think I'm a villain I'll be. My heart is in pain, I just want to flee from me.
That's actually pretty
That was
good.
the best thing we've seen so far.
Terrifying.
Isn't she? Betty, you can leave. Lucille,
Betty,
would you please
can
stay?
leave. You're not
But
bad.
staying was the last thing Lucille had in mind.
Hello?
Betty, you can leave.
I have needs.
George, is that you?
It wasn't. It was Oscar, who, living as George and feeling more amorous, went to visit Lucille too for an afternoon delight. When she wasn't there, he found her work note.
Lucille, two, please?
But of course, at austerity, this woman is Lucille too.
Hello?
I want to be with you. I have
Yeah,
needs.
because you're Lucille, Lucille won.
But a newly
Because that's her
virile
business.
Oscar figured in a pinch
So here, she would be
Lucille
Lucille
would do.
too.
Yes, this is George.
Where are you?
I'm in rehab, you know that.
I don't want to swing by.
And we can conjugate.
Let's do our business over the phone.
May not have a lot of time, but all right, here goes.
I want to pull your panties off with my...
Real business, George.
I'd very much like to pull your underwear off with my teeth. That would be okay.
Real business.
But what
I
about
very
Mom?
much like
You
you.
see, Jean Parmesan got photos of Herbert Love with some redheaded
Gene
whore.
Parmesan.
He knows we know. If he wins, we should be able to get him to do whatever we want.
I'm not completely following.
Hold on.
And that's when
I mean,
Lucille
he should
finally
totally
had
know
a
who
visit
this
from her
is. Like, her
son.
voice is so
Yeah.
distinctive.
Send him up. Michael's here. This is my chance to make sure he doesn't get too cozy with Job.
Why?
Bad things happen when brothers collude.
Cody and Zach.
Cody and Zach.
Cinco?
Just get us both ready. We'll make our getaway.
So not today.
And that's when she saw Michael for the first time since the last time he left the family.
Wow. This is a step up from prison.
Well, how'd you know? You haven't come to visit me once.
Yeah, sorry. I feel bad about that.
So you're here to make amends? Because you know your mother will always take you back.
And because I know my mother wants me to sign away any connection to the family business.
I just need a signature.
I'm happy to help. If
I'm happy
you
to
do
help.
something
For me.
for
For
me.
me. I heard that's been happening. I'm happy to help you.
Me too.
And that's how Michael
Good
got
idea,
his
Dan,
mother's
about the
rights to
family.
the movie. But not right away.
They both trying to read the shit.
So happy to help.
What, are they waiting for the other person to
Else
sign?
is good?
Yeah.
You talked to your sister, the radical?
Yeah, she's a redhead now, and she's dating Herbert Love, but other than her looks and her belief system, she's the same old Lindsay.
So that's Lindsay in the photo. You're dating an actress who's also dating Ron Howard?
No. She is not dating Ron Howard. Mother Ron Howard is her father, okay? You're mine. I did, though, actually find out who she is dating.
Michael had found out earlier that day when he visited her apartment to head off any ill feelings she might have about this. I'll do everything in my power to make sure she never dates you. Or this.
Nice, right?
He's too big. She likes small.
Can I take some ice cream?
No, you want a depardieu. No sweets.
Getting excited about Cinco? Your Cinco, not ours.
Michael wasn't proud of what he was about to do.
Hey, Len, I can reach the ice cream. And you know, in my family, we play a game called If You Do Something For Me. Rules are meant to be broken, huh? I will give you this duck bar if you do something for me.
Yeah, duck bars?
We do.
Is that
Look
actually
at
a
that. Tell
dead
me
bird?
what you know about this George Maharis.
Not much. He's old.
Is he older than me?
A few years. He looks like you.
He look like you, though.
Is it Joe?
So handsome.
And that's when Lucille found a way to keep the brothers from colluding.
George Maharis. George. That's your brother's name, George Oscar Blues.
Yes, George is Joe's
Joe.
first name, yeah.
And that's when Michael remembered something else strange.
Yeah, I knew it. It's an actual bird.
I probably should have expected that.
And then stranger.
Love each other.
Oh, that definitely sounds like Joe. And he did say he was seeing someone famous.
Dating someone famous.
And Michael remembered hearing about that as well.
Me doth think he hath a lady.
Oh.
And they're both bit of a celebrities.
Well, that is odd, because I'm also dating
Oh my
celebrity.
god.
If I were you, I'd put a tail on him. Get a PI.
Well, where the hell am I going to find a PI?
Gene Parmesan.
Jane
At
Parmesan.
your service.
Jesus.
Yeah, every single time.
This to me every time.
Yeah.
What's he doing here, Mom?
Oh, he's working for me.
Why'd you scream then?
I thought he was that guy.
Gets her every time, man.
Really?
At Lucille's behest, Michael borrowed the family PI to follow his brother.
This is the great disguise, huh? Fry cook.
No, this is my horrible night job. In fact, I was hoping you could drop me off at Chicken Dance when we're all done.
Chicken dance, huh? That was embarrassing.
This from a man who's driving around a mapping car. You know, I
That's
need
right.
to make these things work. That's why I rely on these babies right here, the old Binocs. Let's see if we can't find this target. You know, the great thing about these is there's no software to update.
Do that.
And in this way, you launch sneak attacks and you create a force field to keep people away.
Thanks. I'm not the villain.
It
I'm the
feels like
invisible
therapy.
girl.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, that's what
You
I'm
know, it's
saying.
funny. I never would have come to this if it hadn't been for Lucille two's rehab. I need to pay her back for everything she's done to me. I'm going back to rehab. I just have to make one quick stop first.
I don't think we have time.
And that's the
Do you want
night
to
that
change the
Lucille
voice?
decided she didn't
Ready?
want to be invisible
I'm not gonna
anymore.
do this.
And perhaps ironically, it was also the night that Lucille too
Yeah, but it slowed
became
down.
the invisible girl. On the next Arrested Development, Tobias boards the boat originally meant for Lucille's escape, and after making one stop, faces the awful truth.
They're gonna be talking about this boat for years.
God, it is bad, isn't it? Lindsay was right to discourage me.
Yeah.
Tobias?
Marky?
If you're not Lindsay, then where is Lindsay?
Isn't that her on the love boat?
But I just put a bomb on the love boat.
What? Lindsay! 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 There's a bomb!
Lindsay remembers she's on a boat that Marky had intended to bomb. And it turns out to be kind of romantic.
Damn! Wrong boat.
Lindsay and Tobias have matching suitcases.
Oh, we remember that when they were packing, remember?
Alright, that was episode 10 of Arrested Development, and man, you know I love Lucille 1 and Lucille 2 going back and forth at each other. that was the highlight of this episode for me, for sure. And, you know, I thought this was, you know, one of the better ones for this season right here. But, you know, still, you know, it's just wearing on me for sure. I know this is just that layup season right here that they came back and did. And you can just tell it's just like, it's just, for me, the writing is just, it's still clever. Well, it's still clever, but they're trying to put this whole back thing together. It's just, I don't know, it's missing something. It's missing some kind of salt up in this recipe to just get me to like really engage with it again and get that funny back. But hey, I do love Lucille, and I love when they go back and forth, so I'm going to take that away from this as being an okay episode. Till next time.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think, and I've said this like every single episode, so I'm a broken record at this point, but it's the first thing that comes to mind especially when I hear your review, is this season specifically, outside of all the other seasons, would benefit so much more from binging it. Literally watching one episode after the other as it was probably intended, because it dropped all at once, and because it's too easy to forget the elements as they're interwoven when they're spread apart. It would be much more cohesive watching the episodes legitimately back to back to back to back. So I think that's where the disconnect is a little bit suffered. But I really like this episode. I mean, for one, it's Lucille's episode, and she just dominates everything that she's in. She's just charming, and she is hilarious, and she's so well put together that it doesn't matter what she says or does, she's captivating in that sense. I do really like the back and forth with Lucille too, as far as their back and forth. I thought that was hilarious. I also liked how everything came together at the end. I especially liked the Storm and Tobias aspect. I thought that was so cleverly written as far as her getting therapy. I just liked that moment so much. That was honestly my highlight of the episode, how that all came together to that point. And it was, and I thought even the callback to the suitcases with Lindsay and Tobias, I thought was especially clever too. I didn't see it playing out. So I think the season's so intentional as far as everything they're trying to build to and everything they've put together leading up to this point. But it's just difficult to remember all the little pieces when it's spread out the way that it is. Yeah. So I feel like it's a little bit on us as far as not being in a position to binge it like I think it's intended. But I did really like this episode, so looking forward to the next one.
Alright, well look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Arrested Development Season 5, Episode 10. And until next time, people. Is it 5? Yeah, I think it's 5, right? Season 4?
I think we're in 4.
Okay, Season 4, Episode 10. Until next time, peace.